All right, let's talk about the Kansas City Chiefs, the back-to-back reigning Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs, as we are legally required to say. Heck, it may be a three-peat Kansas City Chiefs before this whole thing shakes out. And the reason the Chiefs are here, of course, we know they're talented, but the fact is they're just smarter than everybody else. They get it. They're just so good at this. And a recent news that has come out really highlights just why the Chiefs continue to win with smart move after smart move. This is something that a lot of people forgot, but the Chiefs outsmarted their competition with this one yet again. Exciting update, but first, I'm Nick, and this is Saturday Morning Inspection. All right, prior to the season, throughout the offseason, a big question for the Kansas City Chiefs is what they were going to do, of course, with cornerback L'Jarius Sneed. A lot of people felt Sneed was a critical part to the Chiefs' Super Bowl run. He did make a number of clutch defensive plays. Instead of giving him a massive long-term deal, the Kansas City Chiefs shipped him off to the Tennessee Titans. A lot of people in the media thought the Titans won that deal. After all, the Titans were loading up. Exciting young quarterback. They added a star running back, star receiver, DB. It looked like the Titans were heading for a potential playoff run, maybe winning that division. And a lot of people thought this Chiefs defense would take a step back. That obviously is not the case. Let's pull up this latest report and we'll go into details of everything involving the Kansas City Chiefs and this move. From A to Z Sports, one of the biggest moves the Kansas City Chiefs made during the offseason, of course, was trading quarterback L'Jarius Sneed to the Tennessee Titans. In return, the Chiefs received Tennessee's 2025 third-round pick, and the two teams swapped the 2024 seventh-round picks. Now that the regular season is over, we now know specifically which pick in the third round it will be. With a 3-14 record, yikes, the Titans have secured the number one overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. However, the Cleveland Browns and New York Giants also finished 3-14, meaning the three teams will rotate who picks in each round. Tennessee will pick third in the second round, and with the pick they acquired from the Titans, the Chiefs will pick second in the third round, 66 overall. So the Chiefs essentially get a late second round pick, an early pick in the third round for L'Jarius Sneed, a guy who has not performed at a high level for the Tennessee Titans, certainly not worth the dollars. It looks like once again the Chiefs, they just understand winning football, they understand roster building, and this whole thing has shaken out 100% in their favor. This is just why they're so good. Miles, I know you've got a few thoughts on this, but first, Chiefs fans in the comment section below, obviously you got to buy, right? You're kind of kicking up your feet, watching the rest of the AFC duke it out this next weekend. But who's the one team this entire postseason run, AFC, NFC, that you don't want to face? Is there one team in the postseason where you're like, listen, if we could avoid playing these guys, we'd feel better about it. Maybe it's a matchup problem. Whatever it is, give us that one team you don't want Kansas City to face. Put them in the comment section below. But Miles, I will throw it over to you now. What are your thoughts on this latest news out of Kansas City?
Yeah, Nick, this whole trade for the Chiefs, it just got better and better as the days gone on. The Chiefs, they decide to make a move. They say, all right, we're going to move off L'Jarius Sneed. We trust the guys that we have in Trent McDuffie. He's been fantastic. Jalen Watson, working his way back from injury, he's been really good in the times that he has been healthy as well. I think they really hit the ball of the park with that one. They trust their guys. It pays off for them. What else they decided to do is say, okay, why are we letting L'Jarius Sneed go? We have salary cap implications. We need to figure out who to sign. And they signed Chris. Basically, they signed Chris Jones over L'Jarius Sneed to that big term deal. Chris Jones, absolute monster. Way, way more irreplaceable to this team than L'Jarius Sneed was. Then they let him go to the Titans. And he has had a lot of personal things going on. There's injuries. I'm not going to bash his play too much. But the long and short of it is L'Jarius Sneed did not do well this year for the Titans. There's a chance he bounces back next year and comes back into his own, the player that the Chiefs knew and loved while he was there, but he was not that player this year. So that looked good for them as well. And then the Titans did the unthinkable. I don't think even until the last game of this season, nobody thought that the Titans would sneak their way in to be the first overall pick, making the Chiefs essentially trading him for these picks as valuable as possible. I think this was an incredible move by the Chiefs here. It just really gets better and better. And I'm going to pull up a little graphic just in case anyone was confused on how it's going to work. I have it right here, all the rounds with those first three teams. They're basically rotating who picks each round as it goes on. So that third round pick for the Chiefs, Titans, gonna be number 2 in that round, 66 overall. Really great seating, really great spot for the Chiefs to pick out of here. So I think just overall, the Chiefs, like you said, they made the right move. We saw three distinct times during this one trade. First, they decide to, basically sign Chris Jones over L'Jarius Sneed. That was the right move. They made that move. They were smarter than everybody. They analyzed their players better. They trusted their young guys, paid off for them again. They won there as well. Then they decided, okay, who's a good trade partner for us to trade L'Jarius Sneed to? I think they got a little bit lucky here in the Titans doing as bad as they did, but they chose the Titans and they absolutely chose correctly. They got the most value out of that trade that they possibly could have gotten through the Titans being now the number one overall pick, doing things better than everybody else, even if they have a little luck on their side, because that's the kind of thing that gets you a three-peat. You got to just have a little bit of luck on your side, and it seems the Kansas City Chiefs certainly do.
Yeah, I think they're just luck certainly plays a role. I don't disagree, but they're just so freaking smart. Just the way they go about it. They operate as if they're a big business. They have that economic mindset. And here's what I mean by this. Anyone who's worked for a big company understands that big companies often will sell small pieces of their business, maybe a business unit here or there, to another company, right? And the decision that goes into that process is if we sell this business unit, does it negatively affect our profitability? And if it does negatively affect our profitability, short, medium, and long term, the cash we get from the sale, does it offset it, right? For example, if you've got a business unit, if you're a big company, and let's say you're $1 billion company and you've got a business unit that racks in, let's say $50 million in revenue, something like that, just making up numbers here, you want to get in a selling price for that, something that offsets those revenues in both the short, medium, and long term, right? You wouldn't sell a business that's $50 in revenue, 10 million in profit for $1 million. That'd be stupid, right? So it's the value you get in return in terms of your big business's profitability, right? It's not just dollars and cents. Does it make sense? It's about you as a collective. And that's where the Chiefs just understand this better than anybody else. If you look at the Chiefs' coverage grade specifically, according to PFF, this season they ranked, according, again, going to pull up the numbers here, they finished second in the NFL with an 84-ish PFF grade. Over the past two seasons, 2023 and 2022, just in the regular season, they averaged out PFF grade around 84, 85. What does that mean? It means they got rid of L'Jarius Sneed, got this third round pick, opened up those cap dollars, trusted those young players, everything you said there, with no impact at all to their performance. Taking it from a business perspective, no impact at all to their profitability. This is phenomenal management. If this was something a Fortune 500 company was doing, we'd be giving Brett Veach and Andy Reid like CEO of the Year awards. This is just phenomenal management. They sold off a valuable asset, a valuable business, so to speak, and it didn't affect their profitability at all in the negative, and they got something in return. This doesn't happen in the business world. It almost never happens in the football world. It only seems to happen because the Kansas City Chiefs, once again, are just smarter than everybody else.